can you talk about the importance of the discipline?
First of all, let me just qualify myself because people say, who is this Ras running mouth? I've been married 16 years. I've been with my queen 20 years, plus uninterrupted. So I live what I'm talking about, you know. So I want to make that clear because a lot of time people having the conversation, they're not qualified to talk about it. Before that, I had a celibacy journey for many years where I just, you know, held my discipline, and that's even helped me to be able to identify my queen. Because when I was in law school, people were coming at I, you know, I don't want to toot the horn, you know what I mean? However, you know, I mean, being a young law student, you know, I tell people that you chase women in undergrad. When you get to grad school, the tables turn now because the women are starting to look for husbands, all of these things. So I went through that. And had I not been on a celibacy journey, I might have jumped at the first thing that came that looked nice, you know what I mean? And I really credit that to allow me to really think clearly and to know that, okay, my queen, she was the right one for I. The D discipline is so critical because making that wrong decision can throw you way off track. And
Hold on, Friday. Don't say way off track. Mess up your life.
Mess up your entire life. Destroy your life. Destroy your life. I say purpose over pum pum. Why do I say that? I say that because unless you know your purpose, you're not going to know even the queen to pursue. You're not going to have the motivation for that D discipline. You know, you will let situations unfold, and because you don't have a plan, you don't have a direction, you just let it happen.
I just want to add something to give people more context to this thing. When you have a purpose, right, and it's clear, you won't do anything to mess up your purpose.
That's it.
And that's where it kind of, the discipline actually comes in as a default. It's not that hard because you don't want to do anything to disrupt your purpose.
And it's key. And a woman is a helpmate, you know. A wife is a helpmate. That's someone that's going to help you. She's going to add value to achieving your purpose. So until you know your purpose, this is why you have to abstain from the pum pum, because you don't even know the pum pum to select. And when I talk about the pum pum, we're talking about this thing that, remember, most men worship this as a god, you know. We have to be honest. It has many names just like the creator. We talked about it last time, the stickity steer, the gumption, the glue, the needle eye, the must come back, the stickity steer. You call it so much different thing. But this is the thing that people love. Man wake up in the morning and they think about this thing that the woman them have between their legs. Man get jobs, man sell drugs, man do everything to impress, to get this thing. And when you look at most of these men, they don't really have a purpose. They're chasing and pursuing the pum pum. And this is where most of our dysfunction in our community is coming from, because we have broken homes as a result. We have all of these things, children growing up without protection. So the molestation is taking place.
Early,
you know, over-sexualization of our young people. You know, all of these things. I had to learn how to deal with women in a non-sexual way. That was part of my training, you know, in terms of my spiritual journey. And most young men are not getting that teaching. They're not even getting that instruction. We're incentivized to chase women, you know, by the culture. When you listen to the music, it's low vibrational music that encourages frivolous sex, intercourse, and these things. So you're getting a constant stream of to your subconscious telling you to go and have sex, to do this without responsibility. So the D discipline is crucial if we're going to build anything. And I can tell you practically, I sit on the board of nonprofits. I do a lot of work in the community. I have seen where lack of D discipline mash up things. Supervisor deal with this, that, you know what I mean? All kind of things, you know, and you know I'm an attorney, so I get the call, you know what I mean? And so the lack of D discipline, it really is causing problems in real time in our community. And I really am imploring are productive men, because I want to be clear, when I talk on this platform, I'm talking to the productive, conscious black man. I don't even waste time with the sleeping people, but a lot of us we're conscious, we're productive, we're awake, but we, the loosey-goosey, you might slip in and I'm just really encouraging those of us who know better, again, do better.
One of the issues we have is that information is segregated.
Yes.
So a lot of people won't have access to an elder that'll tell them not to do that.
Yes.
Because I know growing up, you're basically encouraged to be a male whore.
That is it.
You're praised.
That is it.
And none of these people are going to help you with the problems that come from these.
None of it.
You get what I'm saying?
Or they're not going to tell you about their problems that they have from doing that same thing that they're encouraging you to do.
So I just, I said that to say I encourage people. Obviously, people have a lot of responsibilities. They have their own family. But if you could just bring in one young person and school them, I encourage you to do it, because it's just helping one more person.
Definitely. And I would encourage people, that ladies man, that gallus, in my culture we say gallus, that you look up to, go and sit down with them and ask them about their family life, ask them about their children, and very quickly you will see a chaotic, lonely life. Just reason with them. Don't get the stories about the episodes and the this and the excitement. Ask them about how many children do you have? Where are they located? What is your relationship like with the children's mother? Ask some of these questions and you're very quickly going to see the shine from that life get dull. And I think we have to stress this to our young people, our young brethren, that it's okay to go without, or to seek your purpose and then find celibacy, semen retention, all of these things that are so crucial, that were practiced in ancient time up to this time. We have to bring these forward as part of the culture and not have it demonized or looked down upon, because if you're a man that is a virgin, or you're a man that don't sleep with a lot of women, and let me say this, when I was at Howard University and I first met some rasses that were practicing the D discipline, I thought these brethren were crazy. Yeah. As a young man, because they were with women and they weren't trying to sleep with them. And as a young, I remember my mindset, I was like, what? I couldn't even fathom that whole, so I have to bring myself back and say, okay, this is the programming, and I always big up. I have a brethren from Roots Underground, Stephen Newland. He was the first brethren as a ras on campus I heard born in threesome, and I couldn't, I was saying, but I thought this was the goal, and he was saying, why, why you need trick too, you know what I mean? When the Most High give you this, this blessing, is like, why the excess, and what is the aftermath of that, and the logistics and all of these things. And it made me stop in my tracks, and it made me think about, these things that we desire, or what we are aiming at. And there has to be a sacrifice. So we have to sacrifice the pleasure principle, aka hedonism, if we want to build stable, productive societies. Is one or the other. It can't be both. Because right now, I would say the global religion is hedonism. People do things that make them feel good. That's what you hear them talking about.
At the moment.
At the moment. That's hedonism. That's the definition, the pleasure principle. We have a famous artist that released an album called The Pleasure Principle. Janelle Monáe, I think her name is. So people are on that vibe right now, anything for pleasure. But hedonism does not produce productive societies, because if I just doing what is for my pleasure, I'm not looking at what is the aftermath. You know what I mean? Because no matter how safe I can use condom can break. I can try this and that, but I can still get a sexually transmitted disease, all of them things.
Exchanging energy with people don't work, because things latch on to you.
Things latch on to you. And as you said, the time factor. The time that I'm spending balancing all of these relationships, is this time that I should be putting into my purpose? Is this time that I could be used for wealth building to secure my future generations? Or am I just, taking this time and having all of these women? The other thing we have to talk about is that being with one woman who knows you sexually, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that enough either, in terms of marrying someone who, is your helpmate and who is there. We make marriage seem like it's a prison. And if you do it right, there's nothing better, on this world. Those women that you just know, they can't know you like how your wife can know you. You know what I mean? So we have to make it something that young people aspire to get to that, and let them know when you reach year 20, at them time they'd get sweet, 25, 30 years, at them time they'd get sweet. So we need our young people to aspire to them heights, because right now they're looking at it as, I retire the jersey in the rafters, and it's something that I don't really want to do. I have to do it, but you know what I mean? We got to change that, flip that on its head. The security that you feel when you can make love to a woman and you don't have to worry about her going through your wallet and rob you. You know what I mean? The security that you feel when your woman can go through your phone. The other day I left my phone somewhere. My queen was able to get my phone and tell me some information I had on there. So even though, you know what I mean? These are the things. I can be in two places at one time because of this relationship with my queen. And we have to promote, as married men, we have not done a good job of PR, and that is something we have to take responsibility as. I know you're a married man, I'm a married man, and I tell my married brethren, a lot of time we're just quiet. And I'm not saying that marriage don't have challenges, but we have to do a better job of really letting young people know this is a nice, a nice institution to be involved with. Because why am I going to go to this institution if it's no fun, if it's no joy, if it's almost like a punishment? We joke around like it's a punishment. We have to stop that.